Hi, this is Lynn from Matajan Zerbles, and I'm out on my front porch again. So tonight, Meatless Monday, we're going to make black bean burgers. Now, I have to tell you that some of these recipes that are Meatless Mondays, I have made before, and some of them I have not. And so we are open to some spectacular results, whether they be successes or epic failures. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as it gets um, as we go. Actually, so I'm on my front porch again, and I think I've decided that if I'm going to do this on a regular basis on my front porch, I need to get a bigger front porch. I've prepped a lot of the food already so that it goes a little bit faster. We're going to, the other thing that we're going to do is at the end of this, if you had the opportunity to join in the knot work, we're going to release the second knot, and that will be done after we make the burgers. So, what we're going to do is, this is one 16-ounce can of black beans. Now this is a very, very old potato masher, and I like it because, as you can see, it's really small in here because we want to mash these up. Now, if I were to use a ricer, that would work. If I were to use a potato masher, it wouldn't work as easily because the potato masher has bigger spaces in it. They suggested also that you could use a fork, and so we'll see how this potato masher goes, and we may end up going back and using a fork regardless. So it is, they're actually mashing up pretty well. Doing this on a TV tray, it doesn't have as much, I can't go as hard as I would have. I think another thing that you could do with this is a hand mixer would probably work real well. The beans that I'm using, I drained and rinsed, so there's not any extra liquid in here. It's simply the beans. And I know that right now, both Winco and Walmart are selling cans of beans for 58 cents a can. So if you don't have any, this is really going to be a really economic meal to make. Okay, so we almost had our first disaster, so we'll move that. Now I'm ultimately going to get my hands in here because when we mix everything up, I'm going to mix it like I do meatloaf, and that's with my hands. All right, so that's pretty much mixed, and this is what it looks like. So then what we're going to do is, this is pre-cut. It is a half an onion, a half of a bell pepper. I chose red, and 3 cloves of garlic. Now, as we have discussed in previous times, I like garlic, and so there's a little bit more than 3 cloves in there. So we're going to put that in here. And we are going to stir this up together. So this 1 can of beans is supposed to make 4 hamburger patties. I'm really kind of excited to try this. I love black beans in other recipes, but I've never tried making, you know, a patty with it. Usually it's a soup or a salad. Okay, now, the next step is to put in chili powder, cumin, and chili sauce. And we're going to put an egg in there as well. Now, I don't like chili sauce. And so I'm going to put Worcestershire, even though I can't say it, Lea and Perrins. I'm going to put Lea and Perrins in there instead of the chili Thai sauce. And I also, instead of using just cumin and chili powder, I used my chili fixins from the shop because I really like that. And primarily it is cumin and chili powder, but with a couple of other spices in there as well. So, what I need, and I didn't bring out, is a fork. So I'm going to run back real fast into the house, get a fork, and you just make sure that the front porch doesn't blow up with the barbecue, okay? Okay, so we're going to put the egg in with the spices. And a reminder, save your eggshells and put them, wash them out and let them dry, and then crush them, and you can put them in your garden. If you, for calcium back into the soil, if you have chickens, you can give them to the chickens and as additional calcium to make their eggshells stronger. Or you can actually grind it pretty fine and put it in soups and casseroles to increase your calcium intake as well. So the Lea and Perrins is a teaspoon. So we're going to add, there you go, that's about a teaspoon. As you can see, I am very detail oriented and I measure everything out exactly. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and mix this all up. And put it in. Maybe I should have brought a spoon instead of a fork. Okay, and then we've got a half cup of breadcrumbs. So that's going to go in here as well. But I think what I want to do first is mix in the liquid so that we know how much of the breadcrumbs we want to put in. Now, something that I found kind of funny is that this recipe, which I will be putting on the page tomorrow, is calls for a 16-ounce can of black beans. Well, black beans actually comes in 15 1/4 ounces. So we are about 1/4 ounce, or 3/4 of an ounce shy on the black beans, and since loud car, and since I knew that I didn't necessarily want to have 8 burgers because that would be too many, I just went with the 15 1/4 ounce. Now I am thinking that we're gonna have to come up with a better way than a TV tray. It is if I were in the house, I would probably add a little bit more breadcrumbs. But since I already ran into the house for one thing, I'm not going to do it again. Now, what they suggested is my barbecue's been heating up. It's, ouch. It is, so it's nice and hot inside. So this is like a one-person barbecue. They suggested that it be cooked on foil as opposed to foil or a baking pan as opposed to the actual grill. Now, and they said to go ahead and oil the foil. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to paint this, and boy, what a and then we're going to go ahead and make the burgers. Now, if I only make 3 of these burgers, that's okay with me because that's all I need for dinner tonight is 3. So, I'm probably making them a little bit bigger than what I need to. And it says that it needs to grill about 8 minutes on a side. So actually, this looks pretty good. From here, anyway. And with this size of a grill, it looks like 3 is about as many as I'm going to get on there anyway. Okay. So, I did remember to bring my my timer out this time. And we're going to close that up. And there we go. Now, I want to talk for a minute about creating sacred space. because we're going to do the cord magic next, and I'm going to turn this a little bit more this way. Okay, so we're going to do cord magic next. It is not always necessary to do a circle when you're doing magic. You can simply do sacred space. And so that's what we're going to do tonight instead of, and actually we're going to do it through the rest of the next 7 nights. I'm going to create sacred space. And tonight I'm going to create it by toning. And it is, and the way that I'm going to do that is I have a gong right here. That looks just like that, and it comes out of my magic room. So as we are getting ready to be prepared to do this, we are going to clear the area with the gong. Now, the intent that I have for this to be a safe place and a sacred space is also what puts in the sacred spot here. So, so we are good to start talking about this. Now, as we talked yesterday when we undid the first knot, is if you didn't do the knot magic, that doesn't mean you can't participate, because what you can do is simply use your hands as a conduit for the energy that we're going to put in our bodies. It is the idea, and this is the cord, the braid. It is made with green, blue, and pink. The idea is we're sending out to the world and to the earth and all of her inhabitants who are willing to accept this energy, love, and that's the pink ribbon, healing, which is the blue, and abundance, which is the green. We already took out the first knot, which was right there, and so now we're going to take out the second knot, which is on the other side of the cord. I think I'm going to just chat with you for another couple minutes, then we're going to turn the meat patties or the bean patties, and then when we're doing the second 8 minutes, that's when we'll go ahead and do the release. So if you need to go get something, if you are in sight of me, you are included in my sacred space, but if you want to run and get a bell or something of that nature, you have a couple minutes that you can go ahead and do that. Because I think I've got about 3 minutes left on this side. And they're looking good. Okay, so this is, I'm going to turn it down. They said it needed to be on a high burner, but I don't think that that's accurate. And they're kind of crumbly. Okay, so when you make this, do it on a medium, not high, and because the high on this one is burning it. So, okay, are we ready to untie our knot? So the first thing that we need to do is look at your cord and find out what one is the top and what one is the bottom. What side is the bottom? And it is the bottom one, the first knot on the bottom that we're taking, that we're going to go ahead and untie this time. So, either put your hands on your knot, your fingers on the knot, or go ahead and put them palms up to the sky and take a deep breath. So close your eyes, take your deep breath, hold it, and then let it go. Take another deep breath, hold it, and let it go. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Take a third deep breath, hold it, and let it go. Okay, now reach out for the pink energy in the world, the love energy, love for yourself, love for others. Bring that energy into your heart and let it sit there. Now reach out for the blue energy. Okay, reach it out and pull that blue energy into your heart and mix it with the pink energy and let it sit. The blue energy is healing energy. Now reach out for the green abundance energy and bring that into your heart and mix it in with the pink and the blue. Feel all three colors in your heart. Feel it healing you. Because if we start with ourselves, it's easier to help others. Now push that energy down through your arms and into your knot. Feel the energy pulse in the ribbon. If you know somebody that is in your circle of friends and family that needs specific healing, feel free to call out their name or think it. And now, untie your knot. This is the second knot, so repeat after me. By knot of two, it cometh true. And see the pink and the green and the blue energy release from this knot out to the world. Push your hands, if you don't have your knots, put your hands, palms out, and see the energy come out of your hands and into the world. Out to the universe, out to the earth and all of her dwellers who are willing to accept it. And repeat after me. Lord and Lady, hear our plea. Bless this earth and all who dwell. Keep us happy, prosperous, and well. This is what we ask of thee. As we will, so mote it be. Thank you. I know this is going to help. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we'll do a 5-minute release again, little meditation, and we're going to release the third knot. So for the next 7 nights, or 6 nights, I guess, at 7 o'clock, I will pop on for just a 5-minute open the knot. Okay, so it looks like we're at about 1 minute. Okay, so I'm turning off, there we go. Turning off the, okay, one totally crumbled. I think this is one that I'm going to have to practice another couple times before it is a success. I'm not the barbecuer in the family, but there you go. That's what it looks like. A little bit overcooked, but it smells really good. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Bye-bye.